Hey everyone, Aaron Lipsy here. We've got another great video by four-time world champion Jerzy Gregorek on certain components of the squat. So we're going to cover spine flexibility, range of motion, and qualifying squat depth. So let's get right to it. Enjoy the video. Hi everyone, my name is Aaron Lipsy, and I'm here with Jerzy Gregorek, world champion Olympic lifter and author of The Happy Body. The Happy Body is a brilliant book on staying youthful, staying limber, staying young, as well as learning how to do fitness properly and to keep yourself healthy as you continue on with your fitness career. So what we're going to discuss today is range of motion and flexibility with regards to squats and Olympic lifting. I have a few questions here I'm going to ask Jerzy. He's going to give you the answers as to whether or not these things should or shouldn't be done. So we'll start off with the first question to Jerzy, which would be should you squat all the way to the ground, deep in the hole every time, or is it based on flexibility and range of motion?
Well, it's based on what the body can do. So you should never squat deeper than actually your flexibility permits. So if you want to, of course the purpose is to squat all the way down and sit on the calves, yeah? But if you cannot do that, you have to break yourself in slowly, so inch by inch. So let's say you can squat to 18 inches to the ground, and then you start compromising. You can start rounding the back or raising your heels. So don't do it. Just squat to that level, and in that level develop certain softness and capabilities, and after a while it's easy. Then you go to 17 inches, 16 inches, and slowly go to the ground. And that's how you should train yourself. That's what we did in the book. And the purpose, of course, is to create the forms, flexibility, to prepare everyone to be able to do Olympic weightlifting.
Right.
So if you can do all these exercises in a full range of motion, you're ready to train skills.
Excellent. Yeah, that's fantastic. With regards to what you're saying then, squatting deep and improving range of motion, what are some of the key muscle groups that need to be more limber when squatting?
Well, the upper body is always like a piece of board. Imagine that the upper body is like this. The legs are bending a lot. So hamstrings are they have to be extremely flexible. If the hamstrings are stopping you, then the hips will roll or tack.
Yeah.
So if the heels are rising, then your Achilles can be tight.
Yeah.
So then the flexibility of the ankle and the calves and Achilles is important, because your calf, the knees can go forward and stretch your ankle, and the Achilles is flexible at this time. Yeah. So if the Achilles is not flexible, that your heel will go up.
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. And what you see in the weight rooms nowadays, Olympic lifting has become really popular, and a lot of people are squatting low, but they're squatting low by peeling the bar behind their body while their torso is at a 45-degree angle. So they're not holding an upright chest, they're angled 45 degrees, and then they're being taught to pull the bar behind them. Is that good for the back?
Well, it's of course compromise, and people do what they can do, and everybody wants to lift, and I think that people don't wait until the flexibility is ready for the lifts, and they end up adapting the body to the lift, which is not good.
Right.
When I went first time to a gym, I was working on my flexibility for 2 years before I could really work on bars. So we'll later on show how that looked like and how to help these people to lift the right way. Because of course, if your arms are somewhere there and your back and your body is forward, then there's a lot of pressure on the shoulders, and you can easily hurt your rotary cuff and spine and anything else, and it will simply end up your lifting. It's not good.
Yeah, yeah. Just for the readers, I know the Happy Body discusses all this stuff in great detail. It's a brilliant book to get you that flexibility and range of motion. Many people do feel tightness in their low back as they descend in a squat. Is that usually just range of motion needs to be increased, or are they already predisposed and have a damaged back when going into the training component of learning how to squat properly?
Well, the back really shouldn't be affected, when you really go down, you have flexibility in your legs. But if your back is already tight, more you should be engaged in creating the flexibility of the spine on both ways. So it's not forward only, but also backward.
Right.
And then when you have this flexibility, then you have sudden pendulum of the spine, back and forth. Then when you squeeze your stomach, then it solidifies your lumbar, and it's in neutral position.
Right.
And when it is in neutral position, all the way down, it doesn't break, you shouldn't have any problems.
No problems at all.
And things like that. No.
Excellent. Perfect. Well, there you have it, folks. Some flexibility tips and some squatting tips with regards to learning how to do things properly when lifting. Again, Jerzy's book is called The Happy Body. If you haven't picked it up, I would encourage you to pick it up. It's a great resource for nutrition, younger with age, and of course the basics of the lifting skills and qualifying yourself to squat lower and lower as time goes on to keep yourself quite loose and limber. And also you can visit www.thehappybody.com for more information on Jerzy's work.
All right. Good luck.
There you have it, folks. There's a good few Q&A answers to how to squat properly and how to get ready for Olympic lifting. So just to overview, he covered the fact that your torso is pretty much vertical and the barbell is directly over top of it, in which case if you drew a straight line, as I mentioned in the other video, from the barbell, it would cut through your torso, through the hip, through the heel, with the knees moved forward off the vertical axis. He also talked about how if the hamstrings get tight, there's going to be a wink or a tuck, compromising the spine in the lumbar and SI joint region. And he also talked about qualifying your squat depth to open up that tissue in the calf, hamstring, and such. So what he mentioned was get a box squats, squat to 16 inches if you've got really good form, stay at 16 inches, move around a bit and get a bit more weight on the bar over time, and then as a little bit of time goes on, you can take off a ½ inch and then go to the next level down. And continue to do so until you get real supple, loose joints and limber tissue to be able to strike a clean pose deep in the hole for Olympic lifting, which is going to greatly advance your lifting skills. Try not to have your torso lean forward 45 degrees with the barbell or yanked behind you. It's commonly taught, unfortunately, and many people also don't qualify with the range of motion. And like Jerzy said, they want to get lifting sooner. Everyone wants to lift. So they compromise their health that way, and all that's going to do is wear out the joints or create injury. So it's better to do a half squat and build your way down in the beginning, adding more weight, getting super strong, and then trim your way down a ½ inch at a time versus going deep in the hole with poor form on all aspects of the body. So if you want more information on Jerzy, visit www.thehappybody.com and be sure to subscribe to this channel because we've got some great killer content always here. And visit www.howtosquat.net if you want to catch some of the great blog content there.